Plug it in.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to GSX 2021 live from Orlando, Florida. I'm your host, Chuck Harold. We're here for a special edition, a special remote GSX interview with the International Foundation for Protection Officers. It's their Board of Directors meeting. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
All right, let's welcome our entire board. We're going to talk about the Board of Directors meeting and why this is so important, what you guys are doing. Let me introduce everybody. We have Linda Florence, she's the chair. Kevin Palacios, the vice chair. Lee Minion, the treasurer. Larry Fenley, past chair. Bonnie Mickelman, Board of Directors. Joe McDonald, Board of Directors. Tim Fairman, Board of Directors. Mike Hurst, Board of Directors. Ron Martin, Board of Directors. Mike Fago, Board of Directors. Tom Connolly, Board of Directors. And Sandy Davis, Executive Director. What a collection of knowledge and information. Very impressive boards, you guys. And Mr. Michael over there in England, I suppose, on our little Zoom camera. I can see you guys over there. So welcome, everybody.
How you doing?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for calling us.
All right, so let's talk about participating. First of all, you guys are an exhibitor at GSX. International Foundation for Protection Officers has been around a long time. You know, I ran two guard companies for many years. I was in charge of security at Fox and Disney. I know the business. What an important organization. And you know what? A different organization, I think, than most. Because everything focuses on vendors and gadgets and bells and whistles. But when it comes down to it, it's a people business, isn't it? So let's talk some points here. Bonnie, let's start with you. What makes the International Foundation for Protection Officers so unique?
I think it's an incredibly unique organization. It's one reason I agreed to join the board. This is a completely comprehensive educational pathway for officers around the world, starting at entry level, moving into supervisory or managerial positions, really understanding why the career of security management is truly so vital and so important and so valuable for them. And IFPO believes that professional development will enhance career success, and it does. Students and members are in 52 countries. Online programs, numerous online programs that IFPO offers are accredited by independent credentialing organizations. They're verified by third parties, and CEUs are obtained. And officers, for the first time since the beginning of the security industry, can feel like they are in a professionally credentialed arena. They can feel extremely proud of their profession. They can explain it. There's a standardization. There's a consistency. We also do incredible research and program development, or we sponsor it. We've just sponsored an amazing research program that you've heard about in another interview, I think, this week, for security officers, for employers around hiring, about how to create security pathways and career progressions. That is so important. And there's really robust learning management systems to assist management in determining the status of officer progression and customized unique branding products. IFPO also offers monthly scholarship opportunities in addition to working with the ASIS Foundation, as well as other partnerships to offer numerous scholarships. And there's current relevant educational material that's constantly enhanced according to the vulnerabilities that we're seeing around the globe. And a new text, for example, for the CPO course is in its 9th edition. I couldn't be more proud of this organization and what it has attained over many years and sustained. Not easy to do that. And I am very happy that we have this organization that provides enormous value to not only the officers and managers it serves, but to the entire security profession.
Well, Bonnie, that's very well said. Sustainability is the key here. And, you know, post-COVID, what are security officers doing? Rethinking their profession. Maybe I'll be a barista for $18 an hour, right? We need to keep them in, and that retention is based upon quality training and appreciating what they do. And so your organization is really knocking it out of the park to do this. Now, Ms. Sandy, let me ask you this. Where do you feel the greatest area of growth will be focused going forward? The model's changed a little bit, right? I mean, this whole COVID thing has kind of changed our paradigms, how we look at security. Security has become more of a boardroom word now, right? Corporations are looking at security to solve other problems they didn't do before. What's your thought about growth in this area?
Well, first of all, thanks, Chuck, for making this interview possible, and thank you for the esteemed board of directors of the IFPO for participating. And to answer that question, I have to suggest that COVID did not impact our enrollment. Interestingly enough, we saw quite the contrary. Our enrollment increased. Now, there's a variety of variants as to why this would occur, and it has to do with people where they had more time, perhaps because classrooms weren't available. The only other option was online learning. So we did, in fact, see an increase overall in all of our certification programs, our programs that are offered certificates of completion, as well as our memberships. So it didn't impact us negatively at all. I see the biggest area of growth is developing international strategic partnerships. I believe that we truly have to focus on our international students and members. It's a priority. We understand that there is different roles and responsibilities of security personnel. We're going to address those, and they're hungry for this education. They're hungry for an educational pathway, as Bonnie outlined. So I think that is going to be our focus, and I think we're only going to reap the benefits from it. We have a number of strategic partnerships in place now, and they're very successful. And I think by increasing our audience, our brand, our footprint on the industry is the way to ensure growth moving forward. Interestingly enough, from the results of our research and just by looking at our enrollment, young people are looking at security as a true career. The law enforcement industry and the career in that particular path is unfortunately decreasing. They see and understand that there's more opportunities in security. Females are getting more involved in security. So again, our audience is becoming greater just because what is happening in our society on a day-to-day basis. Unfortunately, we see growth patterns when any circumstance or situation arises anywhere in the world, because people are realizing and understanding that the first responder and the clients that we deal with understand that they have to train their people to a level and to a mindset of a preventative mindset versus a reactive mindset, and it's a completely different philosophy. So with that, people are understanding it better, and they're reaching out for assistance in that realm. The other thing that the other item that I really would like to see even focused on more greatly, and we've seen the growth potential already, again through strategic partnerships, is the development of specific training. So be it cybersecurity or crisis intervention or workplace violence. I think we'll see a tremendous amount of growth in those areas, and I think moving forward, I think we all agree that this is what we're going to do in the future. So stay tuned. This is going to be a fun, progressive, successful organization in 2022. So we look forward to meeting with you again and giving you an update, Chuck. Thank you.
Well, you made some very good points. I like this comment about the reactive mindset. Now, I'm an old cop, and back in the day, studios hired the ex-CIA, ex-FBI, ex-local policemen. That's who ran security. And, I always tell people, police officers are not security professionals. It's not the same profession. So that is a very good point. We are reactive in the law enforcement world. I'm also very happy to hear that we have academic practitioners now. I've seen a lot of people coming up as a profession in professional education credentials, very impressed with their knowledge base. So there is a definite shift for the better, absolutely for the better, that I've seen over the years. And I think you guys are really leading the way in some of these areas. This is great. Now, Mr. Kevin, here's the big question. What does the future hold for the IFPO? Broad question, but a lot of good things on the horizon, right?
Yeah, well, the future of IFPO has never been brighter. We are the fastest growing security organization in the world. We have a dedicated board of directors from different parts of the world that are all committed to the growth and to the expansion in program development, in demographics, and geographically. Um, we we currently have students, members, and certificates in more than 52 countries, and this is growing very fast. Our ongoing research projects are very important it is very important to make a note that this is a truly international effort. So we receive the information from all over, yeah, and we already have a proposal already in place for our second research for this term that will happen in 2022. We're increasing our efforts as far as recertification as well, and and more organizations, again from all over, are adhering to the IFPO educational opportunities and are issuing or standards as mandatory elements of employment, mainly due to liability avoidance strategies.
Now, Miss Linda, and let's talk a little bit, along with Joe, about that survey you guys did. We did another show on that, but I want you guys to go over briefly some of these findings. It's really a positive thing for the industry, and some surprising findings, really, that I thought were really, really good. Just maybe a couple of those stats you found interesting.
I think I find the most positive is, number one, the age of the respondents are not the second career numbers that we've seen in the past. A little bit younger, but very mature, still in the late 20s to early 40s. We also like that more than 50% saw it as a career path. More than 50% saw that it was a way to assist the public. These are just all good things. It's what security has always been about. So very, very positive. What we think needs for the future is going to be better training, more sustaining training, and better communications between management and security officers, which has always been an issue, but maybe if IFPO can assist in providing tools to make that happen easier.
Can I just give a big, huge thank you to Joe for leading this effort, and to Perpetuity Research and Dr. Martin Gill and Dr. Glenn Kitteringham and their whole staff over there for leading this, for doing all this research for us, and say we have the executive summary, and that's what we're basing this on. We will have the entire report available free. If I can give a little plug, if you go to our website, you can sign up to receive it once it's available. And we hope that this is the launching point for future research projects as well, because we really feel that this fills the gap for some research that was really needed, that really spoke to the line level officers and guards all over the world, which was sorely needed, because as you know very well, nothing's been done like this probably for about 20, almost 30 years that even addressed that population. So we're very excited to be able to do this, and wouldn't be able to do it without our sponsors. So.
And thank you to the sponsors.
Yeah,
Thank you to our
Shout out
sponsors
to them.
that helped finance this important research.
Yeah. Appreciate you giving us this opportunity.
Yeah, you're right about that, Linda. That is a group of people that have so much to say, and they're often not spoken to because they want to talk to the security director, the CISO, and all these other people. And really, the people on the front line are where you need to get your information from. So I'm very pleased about this. I think you guys are positioned very well for what's coming up. My prediction, we're going to see a shift away from law enforcement. We're going to see shifts towards more things like private security to augment the loss of police officers. And everything old is new again. When I was a cop, all three departments I worked for had community service officers, which were kind of an internal security function that, maybe wrote tickets in the park or something like that, but they were trained within the police department. And I could see IFPO being positioned to step up and fill those sort of positions with highly trained people in a very qualified position, and basically a different sort of position, really a higher level. So community service officer may be the new model we go to. I'm very, very happy about what's going on with you guys. Impressive board of directors, and anything I can do to help, let's start a podcast or something. I'm glad to volunteer my time and help you guys out. So Miss Bonnie, Miss Sandy, Kevin, the board of directors, thank you so much for coming on GSX 2021 here in Orlando, Florida, and hope to see you in person next year.
Thank you,
Thank
John.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jack.